The next question is, does your personal use of social networking websites coincide with your professional use? Yeah, yes it does. I've used MySpace, Facebook, and now Twitter. I don't usually go on MySpace anymore unless someone actually messages me. But my Twitter name is actually my porn stage name. It's most specifically for that purpose. Facebook is my personal name. A lot of my actual friends are on there, but more and more people are starting to find me through porn and say hi, like your videos, or some maybe more inappropriate comments. So yeah, I mean, my professional and personal life kind of merge in those areas. Like I said, I'm not really trying to hide anything at this point. I don't put my personal name out there, but people find it, and I haven't gotten any death threats or weird stalkers that I know of yet. Would your professional life suffer a disadvantage if you would suddenly quit using social networking websites? No, I don't think that my professional work life, as far as porn, would suffer because of the absence of social networking websites. I think that may be true for female talent in this industry, at least in the hetero industry. But for me, it's like I've established a certain work ethic with a few companies that hire me on a fairly regular basis, and they don't care that I'm on MySpace or Twitter or anything like that, because it's not as important for me to gain a following, because I think in hetero pornography the girl is a little bit more important. There's obviously like gay guys who watch it for the guy, or there's like couples or the girl's into it, or just girls who watch porn. I mean, I have at least a few fans that have outwardly contacted me who are female, or at least pretend to be on the internet. So yeah, I think it's slightly important, but for a guy, it's more that like you can actually perform. I think the biggest problem with like new talent getting in the industry as males is like people just don't trust them, because it's hard to go from like your bedroom to a bunch of guys looking at you and a camera pointing at you. It puts a lot of pressure on, and oftentimes you just can't get an erection, so people go with who they know. And since I've been doing this for a few years, like some people know me and they know that I can do the job, so it doesn't have as much to do with my publicity or myself as a public figure at all. Alright, this next question is, are you signed with a specific company? Are you allowed to do freelance pornography? Like I said earlier, I'm signed with an agency. My agent is LA Direct Models. And basically I am a freelance worker through them. I work for a variety of different companies. They just give me work with whoever I can. And outside of that, like before I worked for them, there were a few companies that I had direct contact with or who were friends of mine, and so they're sort of like my off companies that I can book outside of LA Direct, and they don't get a commission on that. So yeah, I mean, I work for basically anyone. At one point, I was contracted for a company called Hush Hush, but it was sort of I wasn't exclusive to them. It was only for MILF content. I can do MILF content for them, but not for anybody else. But if it was like fresh fucking girls that are like under 30, it was fine to do for any other company. So yeah, there's people who have contracts, but not me at the moment. Okay, could you outline the process of a typical porn production? Finding and booking porn actors and actresses, location, filming from start to finish. Alright, I'll try to do this. I'm not in the production end of pornography, however I've worked a little bit doing that. This is basically what happens. There's a production company who more or less these days outsources work to other smaller production companies where like there's a director who has his crew, right? So the director will get a list of people that they're allowed to hire for this scene. They'll pick them based on availability. So they'll go through an agent and say, is this person available? If so, can we have them for this day? So talent arrives to set. It's usually, there's a lot of houses in the area that, I don't know if it's a website or something, how they know the ones that are available for porn. But they're sort of like location houses. You see a lot of them in the same videos, and I show up to a lot of them, the same ones all the time. Then there's like a few studios for various companies and so forth, but porn loves to shoot in houses in the valley, so the San Fernando Valley. Yeah, we go there. It's usually a small crew unless it's like a feature, and you have like maybe, the biggest crew I've been with in porn is probably like 15 people. So it's still not very big, considering like mainstream features with like 75, 100 people on set at any given time. So okay, they generally shoot stills of the girl first. They're called pretty girls, and that's just like the girl stripping down, doing like a little striptease and still photographs. Then a lot of times we go out and do something called the pickup, which is the story before the porn. So like in a lot of the gonzo internet videos, I don't know, like maybe I'm the young guy that comes over, like the stereotype is the pizza guy or something. So let's say that like we go shoot me delivering the pizza, and then we do something called sex stills, which is all the hardcore photographs of penetration and so forth. Then we get dressed again, and then we do the whole thing over again in video. And sometimes companies shoot softcore again, so then it's like after you've done video where you're opening up for penetration so the camera can see like the dick going in, you shoot a few more minutes of basically closing that up so you can't see any genitals, and that's for the purpose of going to like cable channels and so forth. I don't know what the laws are in Europe, but here it's like you put porn on TV, but you have to not show genitals. So I don't know, it's sort of just like people fake having sex. But usually in porn, like you're really having sex, and you have to close it up. We call that softcore. And then you ejaculate at the end, and they take a picture of that. Usually it's done. There are slight variations to that, but it's usually what goes on. I don't know as far as the distribution methods after that. I know that it gets edited, obviously. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I haven't worked on that end of it. Yeah.